A $20 bus ticket from Boston to New York, a forgotten USB drive, and 4 hours with nothing to do but think. That is the origin story of a company worth $10 billion. In 2006, Drew Houston boarded the Chinatown bus with no flash drive, no files, and no excuse not to build the thing he'd been procrastinating on for months. He wasn't thinking about disrupting an industry. He was just trying to solve his own problem. That's where all the best companies start. Houston built the first version alone, pure dog fooding. He was his own most desperate user. Every feature he built was a feature he personally needed. He applied to Y Combinator, but Paul Graham had one condition. You have 2 weeks to find a co-founder or you're out. 2 weeks. To find someone willing to bet their career on an unproven idea, Houston thought of Arash Ferdowsi, a fellow MIT student he barely knew. He sat him down, laid out the vision. 2 hours later, Ferdowsi dropped out of MIT. That's what a compelling enough vision does to the right person. Here's where the story gets interesting. Dropbox's first product wasn't a product. It was a 3-minute video. Houston couldn't build it fast enough to show investors. So he recorded himself using a prototype and posted it online. It went live on Digg. In one night, Dropbox's waitlist jumped from 5,000 to 75,000 users. No ad spend, no PR firm, just a clear problem, a believable solution, and the right audience. That is what product market fit looks like before the product exists. By 2009, Dropbox had millions of users and the attention of the most powerful man in tech. Steve Jobs called Drew Houston to Apple headquarters. The meeting was short. The offer was clear. Apple wants to acquire Dropbox. Houston said no. Jobs didn't take rejection lightly. His response became one of the most quoted lines in history. "You're a feature, not a product." He meant it as a warning. Apple was building iCloud. Microsoft had SkyDrive. Google had Drive. Every tech giant was coming for the same space. But Houston saw something Jobs didn't. Dropbox was selling simplicity. It was selling cross-platform freedom. That's not a feature. That's an ecosystem. The founders who build to be acquired rarely become the ones worth acquiring. With every major tech company hunting the same market, Dropbox needed to scale faster, so they didn't buy attention. They incentivized sharing. The referral program was elegant. Invite a friend, get 500 MB of free storage. Result, 100,000 to 4 million users in 15 months, 2.8 million invites in the first month. This wasn't luck. This was engineered virality, turning the product itself into the distribution channel. The best growth hack is a product so useful that users become your sales team. Drew Houston didn't start with a billion-dollar vision. He started with a missing USB drive and a long bus ride. He didn't do market research. He was the market. He didn't hire a VP of marketing. He made his users his distribution. He didn't sell to Steve Jobs. He outbuilt him. The most valuable companies were built by people who solved their own problems so well that everyone else had the same problem too. Your next idea might be sitting right in front of you. Don't look for the market. Be the market. In your own frustration, in your own missing USB drive.